So, hi guys. I am just doing a really quick vid on infinite wins since after 1.3. Now, I was just watching the mighty MercyTheMad on his YouTube channel. If you aren't subscribed to him, you should be. And in the chat, it's a science channel. There's a lot of good discussion around infinite wins and does it still work. And I think some people are getting confused. So I'm just going to do a really quick vid to explain it. Because yes, you can still get infinite magic, but it's harder. So how did infinite magic work before? Well, basically you needed recharge rate, you needed reserves per second, I should say, to fill up your power reserve essentially. And if we look here, I've got Kairos here, and if you pick this talent here, you'll get the death passive, which gives 0.1 times 25 seconds. So that equates to about 3, I think. Certainly does in game, which I'll show you in a minute. So that's the first one. Then we're also getting infinite wins from Chromatic Tome. So I'm playing quite a heavily modded game now because we're waiting for Mortal Empires. So it's yeah, I need something to keep me going. So I've got the Chromatic Tome, which is also giving me recharge. Now that can go on and on. You can use it as many times as you want, but it miscasts 50% of the time, so it will do damage to you. So if you didn't have barrier, you would die eventually, but we have barrier and we have lots of wall save. 16 wall save there, 20 there, 14 there. I also have unbreakable, so I can just use Kairos without land anyone on the ground. So that's the... So we've got the Chromatic Tome, we've got the passive, and then we've got the army ability. Now I'm just going to load up the battle that I just fought. I actually recorded a video and then it didn't work. So here's me, Kairos, going up against a bunch of dwarves. So they've all got 20% magic resistance, or 25%, whatever it is. And I start with 120 wins of magic here because I'm Kairos. And with Cinch, you're always going to have a full bar, basically, if you're doing something horribly wrong when you start. So I've got my full bar, and then I want to be creating reserves as well as I go on. So what I'm going to do, checking how loud the sound is. Okay, that's probably better. So we turn the sound down now. So yeah, I'm just Kairos here. As you can see, I have a full bar, so I have 120 there, no 24 on my pool here. Now, as you can see here, recharge, no, I'm pointing at the screen, but as you can see here, recharge is blocked, but in the middle of the game, you would look at that and it would say recharge is 1 power per 3 seconds, for example. And the cap is 1 per 1 second. Now, what was happening before is that the left hand wasn't talking to the right hand. So this might only have 2 in it, but this is saying, okay, I need to produce 1 magic per 1 second because that's a recharge rate. Even if there wasn't that much in there, it was just that it wasn't talking to the other one. Now it is talking to the other one. So you're only going to get the recharge that you have got in your skills. So for example, if we can find it, we use this one here. I'm only going to get, I think it's 4 reserves from Chromatic Tome each time I pop it. Whereas before, if I had, it would basically multiply that 4 by the recharge rate with a cap on it. So I'd probably get like 15 from a chromatic just for popping that once. So that was real infinite wins of magic, where I didn't have to concentrate or anything. I just basically just could cast away. here I'm going to have to be a bit more careful. Pop that all the time. Pop my army ability here, which now works. And then after I cast a spell, wait for the passive to finish, basically, so I get my full reserves of magic. Oh, there we go. I had it there. Yeah, so wait 25 seconds after casting a spell, ideally before I cast the next one. Now that's a pain in the ass, but you can speed it up, so it's not too bad. So with this, it produces about 3. So the blue, whatever it's called, fire, the single target one, that costs 3. So I can keep casting that forever if I want, over and over again. This costs 4, so I'm going to lose 1, go down by 1 every time if I wait for it to, if I wait for the passive to go. But then I've got on top of that this and my army ability. So I still have infinite winds of magic, it's just slower. So we'll crack on with this. It's going to be quite hard with dwarves. So in terms of efficiency, you want to overcast this if they're armoured, and not overcast it if they're not armoured. I put my chromatic tome straight away down here. Since they're all basically going to be armoured, I'm probably going to overcast it most of the time. And I want to speed it up, which I've got to do. So you pop in your thing here. Just blast through all the magic. I didn't do a whole amount of damage. I'm going to do actually a little trick here. If you circle around them like that, they tend to all bunch up, and then you can do that. And just send a flame in as well, just to give them the weakness to fire damage. So I think we'll speed up a bit more than this because it's a Imperial day. So as you can see, still got loads of winds of magic. I would do the whole ammo dodging and wasting ammo, but I don't think I need to. So you can see I'm popping these as soon as they're ready. That looks like quite a nice... Oh fuck, I missed that. I can't believe that, that's embarrassing. So I don't really want to pop that because I want to keep waiting for my thing to go down here. So I can do this. Pop defense again, pop chromatic tome. And we'll dump another one on them on there. Again, it's not the best. So if I was actually playing this in a proper thing, I would be a bit more careful now, and I probably would have wasted the ammo. Let's just do that quickly. I can cut that out. Let's just waste everyone's ammo. Okay, so now we're back. I've wasted everyone's ammo, and I have got 24 left in my reserve, and I've got this whole bunch of stuff. So this is probably going to kill their dwarves, so they're quite resistant to magic, so I can probably just go wild and start using spells all over the place. But I still want to pop this every time, and pop my chromatic tome, and then pop my ward save. I've got like 94% ward save when that's going. So again, we can see here, I could pop this, but it's I want my thing here, and it'll probably wipe them out, so for the video it's not the best thing. So I've got this here. You put that on, and then you do that just to give them weakness to fire damage. So that's, never mind your 25% magic resistance boys. So I've got my chromatic tome ready again. You can just start pumping off spells. So if we see here now, so I think we should have nothing left in there. Okay, so there's nothing left in there. Now I've got 52. So if I cast this, just not overcast, it should go to 51. Or 50. So it's obviously not quite a full thing. So that's full magic. So yeah, I'd normally get 3 back from the passive. So we'll try it again. What are we on, 50 here before you do the next spell? 49, yeah, that's right. So it was 3. Yeah, 3 was returned that time because I spent 4 at 50 and then it gave me 3 back. So it's either 3 or 2. It's probably because the mass is somewhere in between. So then I pop my Chromatic Tome and that goes from 49 to 51. So I get 2 out of my Chromatic Tome, whereas like before I'd get like 15 or something. So out of my Arcane Search, we've got 51 now. I get 3 out of that. So I still have infinite wins here. Like, I can sit here and do this all day with it up, split up. It's just you got to, you know, I've done this a lot, so I'm very used to playing at very fast speed Kairos. But it helps if you just do this and circle around them, because then just go in a big circle and you can dump it all on them. Pop the spell on for that. And if I get really low, let's just try and burn up our magic. So we go quite low. So I'm on 14 now. So now I need to be quite careful because I can never run out because I've always got the tome there. But you know, I need to be using these spells a bit more economically and making sure I'm waiting for that to pop. As we say, and then it's not working. Come on. Doesn't want to work for me now. So we do this just to get them all in a circle. It's a nice way, and then do that and pop that. So pop this, pop the Chromatic Tome, pop defense, and you see I'm never going to run out of magic here. It can be slow now. I'm going to start using blue fire just to whittle down this guy. What is it, 4? He's not taking much from that, so obviously the best thing to do is to kill the army instead. So we'll just do this. So I'm just going to wipe out his arm. But yeah, as you can see, I have infinite winds of magic, and this is working as intended. It's just an extreme thing because I've got, you know, the sort of slash to begin with as well, so no one can, I don't need any ground units. And I've got the Chromatic Tome, which is quite hard to get sometimes. I've got 2 in this campaign, but and yeah, so now I mean, Legend said it in one of his videos, you know, if they fix this, you've basically got infinite wins anyway. But it wouldn't work with Kugath quite so well, because he would eventually die, and he doesn't have this, so you'd have to use the Forbidden Rod a lot. But to be honest with you, you're probably going to kill the enemy before he dies. So for all intents and purposes here, we have infinite winds of magic. It's just infinite the way it was intended rather than anything else. So I'm a bit low now. Pop this. So this is where it gets slow, because now, you know, I fought this fight earlier and just killed them all a lot quicker. I've been rushing this and not using things optimally, and I was trying to waste my magic. But as you can see, you know, if I sat here for long enough, I could just sit here and kill everyone off, basically. So that's it. You still have infinite winds of magic. Look, I'm on 0 here. Pop the Chromatic Tome. It's always going to give me enough for at least a blue fire, which pops the passive, and I can keep doing that until I get one of these and use that. And as you can see here, if I just do this over, And this obviously isn't the most fun, but if I'd been fighting this battle properly, I would have had enough. I did have enough because I fought this earlier to just wipe them out without having to do this stuff. You spam your chromatic tomes all the way through the fight, and you spam this all the way through the fight. So yeah, you still have infinite wins, just slow infinite wins. That's it.